prematurely, because that's it. Any chance of staying up has gone.
And rightly so, I would say. But I think they have enough quality in the team to bounce back, as long as they have the right attitude.
And after Tottenham's relegation, it's going to be my job to try bring them back to the top of world football. Not back, they were never that good. I'll be taking over as manager of Tottenham Hotspurs, and the goal of the video is to get Spurs promoted from the Championship, win the Premier League, and win the Champions League. Now obviously with Spurs getting relegated, a lot of big players are going to want to leave. There's also a lot of deadwood we need to get out of this club. I've loaned Maxwell Ajay, who is a youth academy goalkeeper with very high potential, so hopefully he develops into someone good. Same with Arthur Miller, who's a midfielder. Now that we've made some money, we can finally make some signings. And our first signing is Adam Klose. We've signed him as our main striker from Hoffenheim. We've also signed Ethan Ampadu to bolster the defense. And we've also signed João Gomez, who's actually quite a good player. And Ugochukwu to partner him in the pivot. The team looks good, but there's still a few more improvements I think we can make. We've got James McAtee from Nottingham Forest and Bellegarde from Wolves. Callum Doyle's going to be our backup centre-back from Wrexham. And Kevin Bazuno's going to be our backup goalkeeper from Southampton. We've sold Dean Scarlett, and it's unfortunate because it just didn't work out for him at Spurs. This is going to be our team for the championship season. Pretty decent, and I think with this team we can definitely win the championship and make it back into the Premier League. After 8 games of the championship season, Spurs find themselves top of the championship, having won every single game. After 17 games, we finally get our first loss and first draw of the season. And at the beginning of 2027, we find ourselves 14 points clear at the top, and it's looking like we will be winning the championship. During the January transfer window, we loaned out a few youth players, including Joseph Hassler, who is a winger from Liechtenstein. And at the end of the season, we have won the championship, 21 points ahead, and we won on 112 points. That's got to be the record run of points in the championship. And James McAtee was our top scorer. When you look at these stats, I actually don't know how we won the championship so well, because our top scorer was James McAtee with 17 goals in all competitions. It's interesting, but I mean, I'm not complaining. We're promoted and we were top, which means Spurs have actually won a trophy. And this is the team that did it. There's definitely a few improvements we need to make if we want to do well in the Premier League, but it's a pretty decent foundation. We are officially back in the Premier League, and let's get to signing some Premier League quality players. Our first signing is Josh Echempong, who's playing in Barcelona for some reason. Samuel Chukwueze we signed from Mönchengladbach. And we've got Yasin Ayari from Monaco, who's actually a really good CDM. He's 82 overall. And we've signed Max Aarons as a backup right back. We've sold Bentancur and Souza, who just wasn't developing. Solomon's gone to Bournemouth. And we loan out Josh Echempong to Man United for 2 years so he can actually develop and play, hopefully. And Spurs' first game of the Premier League season is a 2-1 win over Brentford. Vuskovic is actually becoming a really good player for us, and the rest of the squad is actually looking pretty decent, so we should do pretty well. Spurs are 11th after 23 games and around 29 points, so we've actually done pretty well for recently being promoted, but we're far from where we want to be. And we stayed in the exact same position. We end the season in 11th on 48 points. It's pretty good mid-table finish. Hopefully next season we can push for Europe though. Our top goal scorer was Flozek, who got 14 goals, and we can see the goals were not really coming in this season. This is how the team looks right now. Vuskovic is at 88 overall, and we've got a pretty good midfield. Alfie Devine's also developing nicely. Archie Gray's actually stopped developing, which is a bit disappointing because I wanted him to stay for a long time, but we'll see what we do with him. In both the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, we weren't out in the 4th round, so not a good season for us in the Cups. Hopefully next season is better. I just had to show this. The team of the season for the years is literally just the whole entire France team. We started the season off getting rid of some players that just weren't starting. They weren't good enough to get into the starting 11, and that also stopped developing. Now we're getting serious about our signings. We have signed Carlos Baleba from Brighton for £133 million. Now for the biggest signing of the video, literally, we have signed Nick Voltamada for £80 million, and that is a big upgrade on Flozek. We've also signed Malik Tillman from Leverkusen, who's going to be our new starting attacking midfielder over Alfie Devine. We have signed Desiree Dou's older brother from Aston Villa to be a new backup fullback. We've also signed Kim Min-jae as a backup centre back. We've sold our old backup striker because now Flozek's going to be our backup striker, and we've also sold Samuel Chukwueze because McAtee actually started developing more than I thought he would. He's gone on loan to Brentford for 2 years because our youth academy goalkeeper has finally been promoted to a starter. In the first round of the Carabao Cup, we beat Cambridge United 2-0, and then we drew Everton, who we were able to actually beat 3-0. We then got an easy draw with Port Vale, which we won 2-1. Then the FA Cup started, which meant we had a chance to go on another cup run. We drew Crystal Palace and we lost 1-0. And then we drew Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, in which we drew 2-2, but we lost on penalties. So our Carabao Cup run comes to an end. You have to look at our current team. Gomez is currently out sick, which was one of the random events that you get that EA added. I just switched it on to spice things up, but nothing interesting of yet. And after 24 games, Tottenham Hotspurs find themselves back in the relegation battle. Although it's not as realistic as it is this season, they are still 15th, which is disappointing considering how much money we invested. Chelsea. Now this has made our season go from bad to worse. Our British Youth Academy prospect wants to leave the club and he was so close to breaking into the first team, but the fact that this position thing's so annoying is the reason he's going to have to leave. At the end of the season, Tottenham Hotspurs finished one position lower than they did last season in 12th place, but they've actually accumulated more points, so it's kind of a win-loss situation. Nottingham Forest also made it into the Champions League place. City will probably go above them because they still have an extra game to play, and the relegation is really what you'd kind of expect. And Joseph Astor has gone to Bournemouth again. This is really disappointing. He was a bright prospect and from an upscale country, but how the cookie crumbles. And Gavin Bazunu has gone on loan 2 years to Stuttgart. Doxon, who's another youth academy player, has also been sold, but for him it's because he was not really developing. And at the end of the season, Nick Voltemada was the top goal scorer, and Mikey Moore was second, and then Tillman, and then the rest I don't really need to say, you can see for yourself. Also assists. It'll likely be similar to goals, so you can see that as well. And our first signing of the season is a backup striker. I genuinely don't know how to pronounce his name. We've also signed Gerald Hart. We've paid his release card from Leipzig. 109 million is crazy, but I have faith. Now this is the biggest signing of the series so far, by far. It's Kenan Yildiz from Juventus, and we've signed him to be our new starting left winger. What an upgrade from Mikey Moore. No offense to Mikey Moore. And Yildiz cost us 144 million pounds, but 100% worth it. And you can tell we're serious because we've signed Schlotterbeck from Borussia Dortmund as well to bolster the defense. To replace, we've also got Jan Kuba Minte to replace McAtee at right wing. And our first sale is Ayari to Arsenal. Signing Baleba really kind of cancelled out the signing of this guy. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. We've also signed Kim Min-jae as a backup centre back. And we've sold a few players. We've also signed Alexander Nubel from Sunderland and Boyomo from Freiburg. We've also signed Giovanni Quenda from AC Milan for 72 million and Tyler Morton from Lyon. In the first round of the Carabao Cup, we drew Southampton, so of course we lost on pens. And if you look at our team, there's absolutely no way this team can qualify for the Champions League, and this team can actually fight for the title. And just like that, Spurs are top of the Premier League, 2 points ahead of Aston Villa after 13 games. And we have sold Malik Tillman after just 1 year, but for 118 million to Arsenal. Absolute suckers. We've got 2 players represented in the team of the year, Yildiz and Frimpong, so that's really good for them. And Spurs drew QPR on the first round of the FA Cup, and they won 2-1. And at the halfway point of the season, we are still top of the league on 51 points with Liverpool just behind us. I'm just putting this here to show you that Chelsea can beat even the best of Spurs teams. And in the FA Cup, Spurs have drawn Barrow, in which they will obviously win that 2-1 again. And in the FA Cup quarterfinals, Spurs play Arsenal. This could take us to the semis, but we lose 2-1 to Arsenal. This is a battle between first and second, and winning this will put us in a really good position to win the title. And we've won 2-1. Yildiz getting on the score sheet. With 5 games to go, Spurs are currently 7 points ahead of both Liverpool and Newcastle.
We could be 90 minutes away from seeing the champions crowned right here. 3 points will do the job. Stay tuned as we have all the action live.
Tottenham Hotspurs have a chance to win the Premier League here at Villa Park. Can they do it? We'll have to wait and see. Tottenham Hotspurs with the first chance of the game to try and go 1-0 up.
How do you see them getting on today?
Yes, to win 3-1 away from home, you have to play well. And their general play was brilliant.
Wait, Stuart, they might score. He's done it! And we might just have witnessed the goal that secures the title.
Well, what a moment that could turn out to be. They've just got to defend well now. Well, as you can see, his movement is really good, which then makes the finish look easy. That's a decent goal, that's for sure.
Spurs go 1-0 up, but the game is not over. They have another chance, and this goal would likely seal the title.
Super pass, and a goal! And it could be the one that puts a seal on the title.
Well, that should be it, Derek. Surely they can't let it slip from here. Well, wonderful. Let's look at this again. To pick out this pass shows wonderful vision. It's inch perfect, and it makes the striker's job so easy. All he has to do is make the right connection. It's a lovely goal.
There's the whistle, and the celebrations can truly begin in earnest now. They are the champions.
And no doubt about it, they've been the best team this season, and they fully deserve this title. What a brilliant achievement for everybody involved with this club.
Well, the celebrations will continue long into the night, and don't forget they'll receive the trophy at their next home game. Naturally, we'll have all the coverage of that live here on EA TV. Final whistle. In a way, this game had an academic quality about it. Everyone here, including the players, just waiting for the moment when they can celebrate their accomplishments. The trophy will soon be theirs.
Well, it's been a long wait, but it's worth it. Celebrating in front of their own fans. They've been excellent this season. They fully deserve to be the champions.
And that is a vivid picture of what we associate with this group of players. It's all about the team ethic. You can see what it means to this tight-knit team. Real solidarity. And now they prepare to walk together in anticipation of the trophy presentation.
Well, it's now just beginning to sink in. They are the winners of this great cup.
Any second now, they'll be able to hold it aloft. Congratulating each other, and rightly so. The sweet taste of success. And they don't want to let go of that trophy, do they?
Absolutely not. They've worked so hard to win this trophy. They've been brilliant throughout the tournament. A top-class performance from them and their fans.
Full marks to the entire team, and now they get the chance to exhale and enjoy.
They've been brilliant in this competition, and so have the fans. They've really got behind their team. They've played a big part in this win. Just look at those faces in the crowd. Great stuff.
And really a match made in heaven between players and fans. And these celebrations are going to continue for quite some time. And now they get ready for the photographs that will be appearing in the newspapers, on the internet and on social media in the hours ahead.
And they will cherish these photos for years to come.
Don't forget that we still need to win the Champions League before this video can actually end. But we've won the Premier League 10 points ahead of second place Newcastle. And Nick Waltermada was the Premier League top goal scorer. He won the Golden Boot with 29 goals. And here's a picture of the Spurs players on the team bar. It's posted by the Spurs admin account, I guess. Waltermada, Gomez, Frimpong, our keeper, Slotterberg, all making it into the team of the season. And Nicholas Waltermada was of course the overall top goal scorer with 33 goals, followed by Quenda and then Yildiz. And our first signing of the new season is Anthony Brown, who's a CDM that we've signed for Lyon. He's 87 overall. We've also loaned out another youth academy centre-back. Because we won the Premier League, we get to play in the Community Shield against Man City, and Spurs always beat Man City, so of course we lose 3-1. We sold Tyler Morton to Newcastle, not quite sure why I bought him, and we've replaced him with Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace. Decent upgrade there. And we have got a big upgrade in the backup striker department. We've got Krupi Jr., and you can see he was quite expensive as well. And you've also signed Miles Lewis-Skelly from Sevilla. We've replaced our backup centre-back Boyomo with Byong-gyono. Now this could be very bad for our season. Our wages have been leaked, which means that every player at the club will be able to see what the highest earners are earning, which is going to cause a lot of discontent behind the scenes. We just have to hope does not go too bad for us. And in a lighter turn of events, 3 of our players have been shortlisted for the Ballon d'Or. Surely one of us wins it. And it's Nick Waltermada who wins the Ballon d'Or, so I'm happy for him. This is the current state of our team. Miles Lewis-Skelly's in place of Frimpong, who was injured. But I just want you to look at the state of this team for what's going to happen next, okay? Just have a good look at how this team looks. We've sold Carlos Baleba to Man City. With him as well, it just didn't really work out with his potential. And we've joined Crystal Palace yet again in the first round of the FA Cup, which means we can get revenge. and we've lost 2-1. We're in the Carabao Cup semi-finals for the first time, and we play Newcastle away in the first leg and we draw 2-2. Now you'll see the Carabao Cup is very important because we're currently third in the Premier League. We did top our Champions League group, so we've still got that competition to think about. And here the semi-final draws. And now this is where the wage leak really affects us. Alexander Noble's left because he was unhappy with his current contract at the club. And in the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final, we win 4-2, which means we go through to the final. And here we've got the Champions League round of 16 tie where we draw 2-2 with Marseille in the first leg. That makes this second leg a bit more nerve-wracking, but we should have the quality to go through, and we do just barely though, only 1-0 thanks to a late Yildiz winner. Now we move on to the Carabao Cup final.
The stage is set here at Wembley, a sea of fans beginning to descend upon the stadium for what ought to be a riveting Carabao Cup final. Stay tuned, we'll have all the action for you live on EA TV.
This is the chance for another piece of silverware. Obviously this wasn't on the checklist of things we need to complete to finish this challenge, but it would be nice to win a nice little trophy on the side. I don't know what happened with my English there, but this is also the route to the final if you wanted to see that, because I actually didn't show the win against Chelsea where we won 2-0. Saying that this final was tight. It was not like other finals that we've had in the past, in this video and in others. Liverpool were on the attack first.
Mbappe with it. Oh, it's on! Oh, a goal for Liverpool! The first goal of this final, and how important could that be?
Here it is again, and the keeper does well initially to anticipate where the shot's going. He gets a touch on it, but just not enough to keep it out.
A huge goalkeeping error there has cost Tottenham Hotspurs, and they've got to keep pushing.
The spread again. Oh, a goal it is! The equaliser in this final. What next in the drama?
Well, here it is again, and this is good play in the box. He knows exactly what he wants to do. It's good strength, spins the defender, and it's a nice tidy finish.
Tottenham Hotspurs equalise, but a sizzling through ball by McAllister puts that lead into threat.
Can they forge ahead? Oh, a goal! They're in the lead here now.
Well, here's the replay, and it's quite a straightforward finish in the end. But he does well to find space and then hit the target. I'm sure he'll be pleased with that.
Once again, we've got on our hands, but it's not over yet, folks.
Musiala. Real chance. Oh, a goal! He's equalised. Was he made for moments like this? On an occasion like this?
Here's the goal again. What a ball this is. Good vision to set up the chance. And once it falls to him, he's never missing. Calm as you like, slots it home.
And with this topsy-turvy game unable to be settled after 90 minutes, we are going into extra time. Who will come out on top? And could this be the goal to seal the final?
That's a lovely ball. Well, no mistake from the keeper, acting decisively. Chambers. Rossi. The ball with Chiesa. Rodrigo. Well, you've got to savour such moments. Level it is. Closing moments here. Oh, a goal! Late drama here. And surely that's one hand on the trophy. So little time left for a response now.
Well, here's the replay, and there's nothing the keeper can do, to be honest. Completely exposed 2-on-1, and all he has to do is lay it off for the tap-in. It's far too easy.
And it's over. Liverpool are the Carabao Cup champions.
Cup success is theirs, and they've done it on merit. Look at these scenes.
Yeah, you've got to feel for any team to lose at this stage, but it's about performing in those big pressure moments, and that's exactly what they did. They thoroughly deserve this.
And you can see, can't you, what it means to every single one of them.
And after the Carabao Cup disappointment, we've got the Champions League quarterfinals to look forward to. We draw 3-3 in the first leg against Ajax. It's not the worst result, but it's definitely not ideal. Another draw in the first leg, and this second leg will define our season, and we've lost 3-0 to Ajax. We are out in the quarterfinal stage of the Champions League, and this season's gone from bad to worse for Tottenham. We are still mathematically in the title race, but I'll tell you right now, spoiler alert, we're not going to win the title. It's done. We did not win it. We lost. We were second. Like Arsenal. Sick. And now, even though we did really poorly in terms of winning anything, Walter got 31 goals and Yildiz was just one behind him with 30, and the overall quality of the squad is through the roof. So how we didn't win a single thing, I will never know. You can ask EA Sports about that one. And here we can see the history of the Tottenham, second in the league, runner up in the Community Shield, run 3 of the Carabao Cup, runner up in the FA Cup, and out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We have sold Yankuba Minte for £128 million, and we did use that money to sign a new right back, but I forgot to record when we actually signed him. We have signed Johan Bakayoko as our new backup right winger. We've joined our bogey team Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals, which means that we have lost 3-2 this time. Man City and Arsenal also went out, so clearly the big teams do not want to participate in this Carabao Cup. And we have sold Alfie Devine to Nottingham Forest, who has been with us since the beginning. Since that first season in the Championship, Alfie Devine's been at the club. He was not happy being a backup player and he submitted a transfer request. Now this one hurts. Another result of the wage dispute at the club. Nick Waltemada was unhappy with his wages. He decided to leave. He was a Ballon d'Or winner with us and he'd done so well for us in previous seasons, but unfortunately we've been forced to sell him. But we did get £206 million from Manchester City. Now on paper this is the biggest signing we've made by far, but Mbappe is 33 and he has been on the decline, but it is still a very good signing that we've got from Liverpool. We have also signed Nico Paz to replace Alfie Devine, and I think he's a quality player. And this is how the team looks now. You can see there Mbappe is only 91 overall, and you can also see the new right back we've got. In the first round of the FA Cup, Spurs are able to beat Crew Alexander 2-1, and if you take a look at the league table, we're currently second after 23 games played, but we're not out of it. And in the round of 16 of the FA Cup, Spurs are able to beat Everton 3-2. And after 5 games, Spurs are now 5 points clear at the top of the table. And now a very big FA Cup quarterfinal against Manchester United, and Spurs are able to win 4-2. Spurs draw Atalanta in the round of 16. Hopefully they can do what Bayern did to them, and they do. Well, not really, because that was over 2 legs. They won 5-2. Now in the UCL quarterfinal, Spurs draw Porto, which I would say is actually an easier game. Evidently not though, because they drew 2-2, which means it's all to play for in the second leg. Now in the second leg, can they get a goal and go 1-0 up? Yes, they can. It's Bakayoko who scores. Spurs on the attack again. Can they get a second? They do, and it's Kylian Mbappe who scored. Kylian Mbappe passes it to João Gomez, and he scores to make it 3-0. Do I even need to act surprised when Mbappe scores again? No, I'm not. Also, how do we draw 2-2 to this team in the first leg? Now it's time for the FA Cup semi-finals, and the winner of this will go to the final, and it's Tottenham Hotspurs who will be going to the FA Cup final. Oh my days, and it's against Crystal Palace. We have drawn Barcelona in the Champions League semi-finals. What a tie that is. Tottenham vs Barcelona.
Trying to get things moving. Oh, worth a shot. And there it is. The first goal of the semi-final. A chance to cross here. This to equalise. And it's in. The goal to get us back to level pegging. Kenan Yildiz. Decent delivery. It's only halfway clear. And another. 2 goals in a matter of minutes. Now here's an invitation. It's there, and it's a goal that's a real settler for them. 2 in front now. Kylian Mbappe. Now, can this be attacked? Oh, yes, it's a ripper. There was no margin for error with that. It's a quite wonderful hit.
That is the end of the first leg. Tottenham win 4-1. Now let's move on to the second.
Promising position, this. Mbappe! It's there! That changes things. A goal for 1-0. Lovely weighted pass. Now composure needed. Oh, it's a goal, and it was really nicely finished. Lojek. Well, there we are, a straight red.
Well, it's a silly challenge, isn't it? What will the manager be thinking about that one?
Oh, what a chance. It's in, and a goal on debut, no less. What a way to endear yourself to the fans.
Tottenham Hotspurs are able to beat Barcelona 6-2 on aggregate, and they will be going to the Champions League final. And we will be going to the Champions League final, which means we have a chance to finally complete the video.
And we're approaching kick-off time in what promises to be a spectacular FA Cup final. It is Tottenham Hotspur up against Crystal Palace.
And we face our bogey team yet again, this time in the FA Cup final. This is where it matters the most. Can Tottenham finally break their Palace curse? And by the way, this curse continues in the Premier League as well. Not every single game, but most. And the game was also broken, so I was stuck actually playing it. So don't mind that I'm the one playing.
Kenan Yildiz. He has teammates around him. And a goal to increase the lead in this final. Will they be stopped now?
Well, it takes a lot of skill to get that right, and he's certainly got that. It's a brilliant bit of technique. What a good goal.
Oh, breezing past him. And it's opening up. No, it's in. We cannot declare this contest over. They still believe. Oh, that's an interesting pass. In behind. Oh, a goal! He's equalised. Was he made for moments like this? On an occasion like this?
And after Tottenham struggled to keep up their first half form, I decided to make two big substitutions. Cooper Jr. and Nico Paz on the pitch, and we also put Musiala in CDM.
And Brown in possession. He doesn't have to do it on his own. Spurs still on the attack. Oh, and it goes! And that should do it! That should win them the FA Cup! They are living history and lapping it all up. It doesn't get better than this.
So what a moment this is. Just look at these scenes. Surely that has to be the winner. Wonderful stuff here in the stadium.
Three minutes of additional time at the end here. That's a useful cross. Could still be dangerous. And problem solved for now. Decent looking ball. And it goes! And surely that's the end of the story. They cannot throw it away from here.
And after my changes worked out, of course they did because I am a tactical mastermind, we were officially the champions of the FA Cup. But of course what we're here for is not the FA Cup, so I'll show you a quick trophy lift. Then we move on to the real competition.
And now it comes down to holding that piece of silverware aloft. The sweet taste of success. It has been quite the journey, and it comes to an end in style on the big stage.
We are also Premier League champions officially, but I don't think there's really a point in showing you the trophy lift again. And also I didn't actually manage to get that. City second, Arsenal third. Palace were actually fifth, so they're a decent team now.
After days of anticipation, we're finally here. A truly unforgettable occasion, worthy of a packed stadium. You won't want to miss a second of it.
The most important moment, well, game of this whole entire video. It is the Champions League final, and it's against PSG. I don't want to really think about PSG and Champions League because I am a Chelsea fan, and I think we both know what's going to happen on Thursday tomorrow. Already first leg's already happened. It's Chai second leg. I don't care. We'll cook. Anyways, this is not about Chelsea, it's about Spurs. The road to the final for both teams. Spurs seem to be significantly harder, their road to the final. and that's not any bias because I manage them. Anyways, this promises to be an enthralling occasion. This is the team that we have built 6 seasons. Yildiz, Mbappe, Quenda, Musiala, Adam Wharton, João Gomez, Jarell Hato, Nicolas Slotterbeck, our right back, I think his name is Juric Adley or something. He's a Ghanaian keeper though, and like 93 overall. And Vuskovic, the only man remaining from the championship still left in the starting 11. And Arne Slot is the PSG manager, which means we are winning this final.
Waiting for the moment to break through. This for the lead. The first blow of the day struck early. 1-0.
Well, we can see it again, and he does well. He shows great strength and balance to fend the defender off, and then he slots it home. It's a really good goal, that.
Mbappe, it's another goal, and a healthy lead in the final now.
Well, we can see it again now, and what a wonderfully weighted pass this is. It's inch perfect, and I couldn't see him missing from there.
And that's it. Full time. The celebrations can start. They can put the ribbons on the trophy.
Yeah, you've got to feel for any team to lose at this stage, but it's about performing in those big pressure moments, and that's exactly what they did. They thoroughly deserved it.
Disappointment on one side is mirrored by wonderful scenes of celebration. All those tired legs are forgotten now.
Oh, you've got to enjoy every second. Just take it all in because it's going to pass so quickly.
Now the players gather their thoughts, the handshakes begin, and they go up to receive their prizes.
Well, the hard work and the dedication, it makes it all worthwhile for moments like this.
There will be so many emotions running through the heads of all of these players. And now the big moment, the trophy lift itself.
Oh, just listen to that atmosphere. Look how much the players are enjoying it.
I really don't think they want this moment to end. This is why they play the game. One more time.
Well, the fans travel all over and they're enjoying these moments just as much as the players, and rightly so.
Yeah, it's a lovely touch for them to take the trophy over to their loyal band of supporters. Cameras are raised. Everybody's getting a piece of this.
Well, guys, if they learn these dance moves off you.
I'm tempted to throw a few shapes myself up here. This is wonderful to be a part of. Well, you've been here, Sue. You know what it feels like to be on a winning team.
Yeah, and these are pictures that will live long into the memory. Great to look back on.
And this was the squad that did it. Absolutely insane team. Look at the ratings. Look at it's insane. Also, how it took this long, I don't know, but that's EA for you. And it's done. We have completed the video, but I just need to show you this. Yildiz has got 40 goals and 15 assists in 62 games. That is absolutely insane. He's literally the left winger. Mbappe, who joined halfway through the season, but it actually that's for the whole season because he's at Liverpool. He only got 22 goals. And then Musiala also got quite a few, 21, and then Quenda as well. Yildiz had an insane season, and I think we gotta credit this. We gotta give Yildiz credit. Definitely have to give Yildiz credit for this. Musiala also got second for the most assists. And then Champions League, 3 players tied for top goal scorer. Mbappe joining halfway through and getting there. Insane as well. Absolutely crazy season. Yildiz there for top assist and Mbappe as well again. And this is the overall career that I had at Spurs. It's actually insane that I played over 300 matches. It does not feel like it. I guess I did sim most of them, but it's still crazy. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want more videos like this. See you guys next time. Goodbye.
In this world of CB Hollow, 7 minds will always follow. For that short time of the Apollo, into the bag, seen and borrow. I'm not the king of sorrow. I don't know weakness, I won't show. Like Jacob, I will blow. Disregard your so being past tails like I've been up here, bro.